ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله اللهم صل على محمد النبي وأزواجه أمهات المؤمنين وذريته وأهل بيته كما صليت على آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد أما بعد. Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Yesterday in the Jum'ah we mentioned a very important topic, which is the main panel of our deen, as-salah. And the Jum'ah prayer, like you know all, is not enough time to talk about the details of the issue. It's not enough time to open a discussion and to mention some and certain branches from the issue to benefit our daily life.
Second is not Wordة. Should be a second.
As we mentioned yesterday in the Jum'ah, you cannot claim that you're Muslim if you don't pray 5 times a day non-stop for the duration of your life. If you cannot afford to perform Hajj, it's not obligation upon you. If you cannot afford to fast Ramadan, you can pay some food. If you cannot afford to perform Umrah, don't think about it. If you cannot afford to pay out your zakah, don't pay anything. You may receive zakah, but if you cannot afford to pray standing, pray while sitting. If you cannot afford to pray sitting, pray laying down. If you cannot afford to have water, make tayammum instead of the wudu. If you are in the intensive care and you have all of the wire inside your body, and you can't make wudu and you can't make tayammum, still you have to pray. If you do not have energy, if you do not have energy to move, if you do not have energy to move, to make your salah, pray without moving. Pray with your eyes. Make your eyes like this. This is your ruku' and this is your sujood. Okay, what about if you cannot even move your eyes? Pray with your imagination. Imagine yourself standing, that's your standing. Imagine yourself making ruku', that's your ruku'. Imagine yourself prostrating, that's your sujood. When the salah will not be obligation if you don't have mind. By being crazy, under medication, you can't, your mind is not awake, sleeping, or passed away. Since you have mind, you don't have any excuse to miss the prayer on time. Just have the comparison. Compare about the Hajj, Siyam, Zakah, every other thing, every ibadah. We have, if we can't, we can do something else. We can pay money. We can donate. We can feed poor people. But for the salah, there is no way. You can't claim that you're Muslim if you don't pray 5 times a day. As a branch of this, I just mentioned it yesterday, just quickly. What about if we have wives who do not pray? When I say yesterday, it is not permissible to keep a wife under your guardian, under your supervision, if she doesn't pray. And it is not permissible for a Muslim sister to be a wife for a husband who does not pray. That's true, but it doesn't mean that, okay, she doesn't pray, divorce, found another lady, or he doesn't pray, run away in the street. It doesn't mean that. It means we have to have circumstances. We have to have procedures. We have to advise. We have to warn in a nice and polite way. We have to have mediation. We have to have people of knowledge. And then, by the end of the circumstances, you can't have a wife who does not pray. And she can't have a husband who does not pray. Praying is the panel, the main panel in Islam. Today, in this blessed night, we have to find out something important. We're 1.8 billion Muslims around the world. Do you think they know how to pray? Some of us, they're praying, but they keep copying their culture. They're copying parents. Even though that we're saying that the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, pray like you see me pray. Don't be mad at me if I say an example happened in this masjid. I was sitting on this table in this blessed masjid, and I told you, when the Imam says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, it is not permissible for you to say this in loud voice. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. You are violating the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. After I said this,